Imagine building a massive plumbing system over 2,000 years ago that still works today. Yeah, the Romans pulled it off. And no, it's not just some boring stone bridge with water on top. Roman aqueducts were engineering beasts, powerful, precise, and full of secrets that modern cities still borrow from. Okay, picture this. You're in ancient Rome. The city's booming, full of life, markets buzzing, gladiators fighting. But there's a problem. Rome's growing fast, like 10 towns in one fast, and the local water supply, it's just not cutting it anymore. Wells are drying, the Tiber River is filthy, and people are desperate for clean water. Enter the aqueducts. Now at first glance, they might just look like fancy stone bridges, but they're way more than that. These things were precision machines carved into landscapes, stretching for dozens, sometimes hundreds of kilometers, all to bring water from distant mountains straight into Roman cities, fountains, baths, and even private homes. And here's the kicker. It all ran by gravity. No pumps, no motors, just the earth doing its thing. The secret? Slope. Roman engineers mastered the art of the perfect tilt, just enough to keep water flowing smoothly, but not so fast it would destroy the channels. We're talking about a drop of only a few centimeters per 100 meters. That's like laying out a slide across the entire countryside and never missing a beat. One wrong angle, the water stops. One sharp turn, it floods. These guys had no calculators, no lasers, just ropes, chalk, and a whole lot of genius. And when the terrain got tricky, they got creative. Valleys in the way? Build towering arcades. Those iconic arches you see in photos. Hills too high? They drilled through them with tunnels, sometimes over a kilometer long, using hand tools and oil lamps. Marshes? They built elevated stone pipelines. And the materials? Concrete so advanced that modern scientists are still figuring out how it lasts so long underwater. But wait, here's something wild. The water wasn't just for drinking. It powered public baths, giant fountains, even underground sewage systems that flushed waste away from the city. Romans were literally bathing in flowing mountain water while most of Europe wouldn't figure out indoor plumbing for over 1,000 years. And in the grand villas of the wealthy, some had running water, indoor heating, and even garden fountains. In 50 BC, and the scale of it all? Mind-blowing. At its peak, ancient Rome had 11 major aqueducts supplying over 300 million gallons of water every day. That's like filling 450 Olympic swimming pools daily, and they weren't all on the surface. A lot of the system ran underground in carefully carved tunnels, lined with waterproof concrete, shielded from heat and dirt, and designed to stay clean. Now get this, Roman engineers had to constantly inspect and maintain these things. They even had official jobs for it, called curatores aquarum.
Whole teams of workers, plumbers, and even slaves who kept the water flowing 24/7. It was like the Roman version of a public utilities department. And it worked for centuries. But here's the part that really blows people's minds. Some of these aqueducts still exist. Some still work. The Aqua Virgo, built in 19 BC, still feeds water to Rome's famous Trevi Fountain. That's over 2,000 years of operation, non-stop. Try getting that kind of service life out of your neighborhood plumbing. And beyond the pipes, this was a flex. Rome didn't just want to survive. It wanted to impress. Massive fountains in public squares weren't just decoration. They were power moves, a way of saying, look at what we can do. We control nature. And honestly, it worked. When people walked into Rome and saw fresh water flowing out of carved marble lions, they knew they were in the heart of something powerful. So yeah, next time you turn on a faucet, take a second. Because the Romans, they were doing that before the Middle Ages were even a thing. Their aqueducts were more than stone and water. They were symbols of empire, precision, and timeless genius. And those secrets, they're not so secret anymore. Engineers, architects, and even climate scientists study Roman aqueducts today, learning how to build smarter, last longer, and waste less. Ancient tech, modern lessons. That's the Roman way. If this made you look at a stone bridge differently, hit like, smash subscribe, and drop a comment telling us which Roman invention blows your mind the most. More ancient secrets, more mind-blowing stories, only here on Ancient Empire Dust. Stay curious, stay epic.